NetApp Certified Implementation Engineer, SAN, ONTAP NS0-520 exam updated dumps questions are valuable for you to pass. Share some NetApp Certified NS0-520 exam updated dumps questions here. 1. A company has 20 ESX hosts. 10 of the hosts are connected using FC, and the rest are connected over iSCSI. The FC host HBA queue depth is set to 32, and the iSCSI LUN queue depth is set to 64. The FC hosts are random connectivity issues. In this scenario, what would be the reason for the disconnects? A. The FC host has a lower queue depth. B. According to the IMT, unsupported HBA firmware is in use. C. All of the hosts are part of the same cluster. D. The queue depth is not consistent across the cluster. 2. You want to ensure maximum performance of iSCSI LUNs on an AFF A220. In this scenario, which two actions will accomplish this task? Choose 2. A. Disable flow control. B. Configure virtual LAN, VLAN. C. Enable flow control. D. Enable jumbo frames. 3. You are provisioning storage to an ESX host that uses iSCSI. According to NetApp best practice, which 3 actions accomplish this task? Choose 3. A. Enable the iSCSI service. B. Bind the iSCSI ports to the software iSCSI adapter. C. Install Virtual Storage Console, VSC, for VMware. D. Enable BGP on the switch. E. Configure MTU 1500 on the switch. 4. Which 2 features does Assymmetric Namespace Access, ANA, support? Choose 2. A. Multipathing. B. LUN masking. C. LUN hosting. D. Path management. 5. A customer that is using an AFF A220 has a problem with a host for a new FC LUN. Other LUNs on the same SVM are working properly. This LUN is not visible on the host. Which configuration does the customer need to verify in their solution? A. LUN mapping with iGroup. B. Host HBA speed settings. C. FC target port setting on NetApp node. D. FC switch zoning. 6. A customer has an existing 8-node cluster that consists of 6 FAS2650 nodes and 2 FAS2554 nodes. The customer wants to expand the cluster by adding 2 AFF A220 nodes. Which resource would be used to determine whether this configuration is supported? A. Interoperability Matrix Tool, IMT. B. Config Advisor. C. One Collect. D. Hardware Universe, HWU. 7. You deployed a new SVM for FC access, and you use the vserver FCR. Create vserver svm1 status admin up command to enable FC service on the SVM. You then created the LIFs for the FC protocol. When you review the status of the LIFs, they show that the admin status is up, but the operational status is down. You have already verified that the ports are physically connected. In this scenario, what is the next step to bring the LIFs up? A. Use the network interface modify command to change the operational status of the LIFs. B. Create at least one zone that contains your SVM LIF WWPNs and an initiator. C. Verify that an FC license is applied on your system. D. Disable the SAN switch port where your NetApp storage is connected. 8. As a system administrator, you perform a routine check of available storage space on your FAS2750. You notice that the volume_1 volume is approaching 100% capacity. The volume is configured with the space guarantee set to volume and the LUN reservation is disabled. You want to free up space in the volume without increasing its size. Which action would accomplish this task? A. Increase the size of the LUN. B. Increase the snapshot reserve. C. Increase the aggregate size. D. Use deduplication. 9. An administrator reviews the upgrade advisor before performing an upgrade of their ONTAP cluster. What information is detailed in the report? Choose 2. A. Pre-upgrade checks. B. Performance metrics. C. Risk exposures. D. Cluster interconnect checks. 10. An administrator is configuring their Ethernet switches to support an AFF A300 cluster that will be providing iSCSI LUNs to servers. The switches are also used for other traffic from various hosts. In this scenario, which statement about the switch configuration is correct? A. Use a larger MTU size at the SAN connection rather than the host connections to allow for greater SAN bandwidth. B. Use network ports as access ports only. C. Use multiple VLANs to segregate iSCSI traffic from other traffic types. D. Use a single VLAN to consolidate all data traffic on the switches.